Here's your friend again.
Yes.
Time to relax and forget each care. Just settle back in your easy chair.
Oh, yeah.
Here is entertainment for you.
Oh, please.
You'll find it so enjoyable too.
It's so not true.
So listen to all from beginning to end, 'cause your friend
Bing, 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 bang, bang, boom.
John Ford
is here again.
Yeah.
So I'm driving down the street the other day, and I'm listening to the radio, and I'm punching between the stations, and I end up on the news talk station here in Austin, Texas, which I punch around. I have a tendency to go away from because they have too many commercials on. And I like listening to talk, so I end up there quite often. So they have a commercial on, and luckily I didn't immediately punch out. Now, the commercial was for a plumbing company. I can't remember the name of it. Big Plumbers or something. Whatever. Go to their website, search it. And the commercial was like a testimonial type commercial. So they had a woman talking about her fear, some may say it's unfounded, of finding a snake in the toilet. Now, I actually have this fear, although with me it's not a fear. I'm one of those people that when I go into the bathroom, to use the bathroom, I turn on the light. And one of the reasons I turn on the light is there could be a snake in the toilet. I used to mention this to my significant other about toilet snakes. And she would always say, why do you turn on the light before you go into the bathroom? Well, honestly, there could be a snake in the toilet. And of course she would say,
No.
But yes, there might be a snake in the toilet. And I would tell her about this concept of toilet snakes. So now, from now on, whenever I see a news article or hear something about toilet snakes, I send that link to her via email or tweet or whatever. Because it happens. There are toilet snakes. And I know that this has happened in Florida. Could it happen in Texas where I live now? Absolutely, positively. There could be a snake in that toilet. Actually, the plumbing commercial was about a light on your toilet seat so that when you go in, there's a night light on. So you can tell if there's a snake in your toilet. Everybody's got some kind of crazy fear. Mine's not a fear so much as it is, I don't want to sit on the toilet and have a snake bite me in the ass. You don't think that happens? Well, there's a news story out of Queensland, Australia. Yeah, if you're one of those people that doesn't turn the light on to check for the toilet snake, you probably are going to start doing so now. A Queensland, Australia woman last week said she walked into her dark bathroom, sat down on the toilet, and bam! The python had bit her in the ass. She said once she recovered from the shock of being bitten in the rear end by the python, probably not the first time a python has bitten her in the rear end, if you know what I mean.
Grin, grin, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
And the ABC7.com website says that, yes, it actually happens. It's not uncommon for snakes to sneak into people's toilets, especially down under. Where else are they going to do it? From above? I've even heard stories of apartment buildings where, some guy, the snake gets away, and the snakes look for an escape, and phew, down the toilet they go, and they end up coming up in somebody else's toilet in another apartment. This happens. Turn the light on before you go to the bathroom. It might not have been a python. It could have been a rattlesnake or something. Maybe someday I'll get over this fear, but probably not. You kind of got to wonder, maybe this is a fear that more men have than women, because let's face it, guys got those little dangly bits. That would look very attractive to a snake, I would imagine, peering up from the bowl. Oh, it's a mouse, or a rat, depending on who you are. I think I'll take a whack at that thing. Excuse the pun.
It's the John Ford Podcast, the Evening Rancor.
Yeah, here's something I've talked about before here on the Evening Ranker. That's me, John Ford, your Evening Rankerist. Thanks again for joining us. Try to do this thing once a week. And as I've explained before, it's basically just an excuse for me to shoot off my big mouth. After so many years in broadcasting and getting paid to shoot off my big mouth, I don't have that outlet anymore. So now I do this. Anyways, back to what I was just talking about. Something we have brought up before on this program, we as in plural, because it's just me. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, boy.
Is the concept that nobody answers the phone anymore. And the reason nobody answers the phone anymore, I'm convinced, is robocalls. I would say that my own personal phone call history, I probably get one actual call out of maybe 10 or 15 bogus robocalls or robocalls as well.
He's right. You're right.
It's like 1 out of every 10 or 15 is like a real phone call. I saw this on the internet. the internet. Americans last year, just in 1 year, got 26.3 billion, that is billion with a B, robocalls. Yeah, that's why nobody answers the phone. It used to be years ago when we had just landlines, or even when cell phones first started. If you got a phone call, you figured it was important. Nobody would be calling you for just no reason, unless it was somebody calling to talk to your teenage daughter, because they would stay on the phone forever. Now they don't do that. Now they just text endlessly, on and on and on. But it used to be, the phone rang. Hey, we rushed to get it. It's important. Grandma died. It could be anything. You won the $1 million sweepstakes. People didn't call you on the phone for no reason. But now with 26.3 billion robocalls a year, you know that chances are pretty good that phone call is just a robocall spam. Now, what I did, I signed up for the Jolly Roger telephone service. If you haven't heard of this, it's kind of cool. So basically what it is it's kind of like an answering service. So if you don't answer the phone, or if they suspect it is a robocall that is calling your phone, then they answer it with like these bogus recordings that are people, scenarios set up so that it's somebody to talk to the scammer. Like this is one I pulled off their website. I don't think they'll get, it's jollyrogertelephone.com, by the way. And this is not a commercial. I don't get paid for this. Matter of fact, I pay them for their service. So here's one from their website. All right, let's check this out for a minute.
Hello?
If you press 1 to get the... Hello, can you hear me?
Yes?
Yes, I believe you press 1 to get
Hello?
the free vacation trip, right?
Yeah,
Mom. Mom.
Yeah.
Mom.
Okay. What?
Did you wash my leggings?
What are you... I can't do that. I just got home. What are you asking? I'm
have to
making
wear
dinner.
them.
I know, but I'm making dinner. You've got to wait.
Well, what am I supposed to wear now?
Well, where do you have to wear them to?
I'm going out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hang on a second. Oh, you're going out when? What time? I need to know.
I'm leaving in 10 minutes. Where
In
am
10
I
minutes? How am I supposed to get them ready? I'm going to
told
have to
you
look
this
for them.
morning.
Did you check upstairs in your room?
Yes.
Okay, go check another time.
What?
Just check another time.
I need to wear them in 10 minutes.
All right, so you'll find them. I'm pretty sure they're in your room. Check your brother's room.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, I'm sorry. I'm completely distracted. I really didn't hear anything you said. You're going to have to start again.
Pardon?
Mm-hmm.
I beg a pardon?
Like, I'm kind of like in the middle of something. Is this like, what are you exactly calling about?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Mark, and I'm calling from Visa Credit Card Head Office. And the reason of this call is to notify you that today I received your profile here. And
I love the way it's Mark from the credit card office. And the guy, hello, this is Mark from the credit card office. Like Abdul there, or Serini, or whatever the guy's name is. I think he's Indian. His name's going to be Mark? I don't think so.
And it shows me that you are a good customer, so you have good rewards point. So on behalf of your good rewards point, your profile has been qualified for to win the free vacational trip. Okay, that's why I'm calling.
Yeah, so basically this is a recording on the other end that this guy is talking to, and they're just, oh, yeah,
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the good part of the service is it is for 4 persons. 4 persons.
4 persons.
So you can take 3 persons
Oh my
along with
God, you can
alright?
take 3
And
other
the best
people
part of
with
the
you, and
service
maybe
is
you
it
could
is
take
valid till
Mark
1
from
year.
Bangalore.
So whenever you want, you can avail it. alright?
Yes.
Yes, and beside these things, this vacation trip is affiliated along with your credit card. So
Oh my
when
God.
your credit card is expired this year,
Would you
so
like a
your,
Slurpee?
So your vacation trip is also be expired in this year. All right. So kindly verify me. What is the expiration date you got on this card?
Oh, yeah, now he's going to want the number, right? Give me your credit card
I'm
number.
saying that verify me. What is the expiration date you got on this card?
Okay.
So you basically see how the thing works. Oh, yeah. So you basically see how the thing works.
Hello?
So you basically see how the thing works. It's something that you would do if you had the time or interest to pick up your spam calls and give them a runaround. Once it does this, it makes a recording of it. And then you go check, they send you an email saying, hey, you got a spam caller. Check out the recording if you'd like. So you go to the Jolly Roger telephone website and check out the spam recording. Actually pretty cool. And it's like $10, $11 a year. Not that bad. I'd recommend it. It's highly entertaining, and what else can you get for $10 a year that might give you some mild enjoyment in life? Knowing that you annoyed the hell out of a robocaller. Now, I basically believe there are two kinds of people in this world. There are dog people and there are cat people. I myself am a dog person. If you find yourself being a cat person, well, that's just fine. I don't dislike cats. I've even owned cats, but I just prefer dogs.
Some people even stuff dogs and cats, but I can't do that.
But here comes an interesting story from the Daily Mail. That a mind-altering parasite spread by cats, and you knew it wouldn't be dogs now, did you? And carried by billions of people worldwide may lead to schizophrenia in humans. Your schizophrenia is due to your cat. Not only is your cat driving you crazy, your cat is making you crazy. Literally. This might go a long way to answer the age-old question of that crazy cat lady. And the more cats you have, the more insane you appear to be. According to the article in the Daily Mail, a common parasite spread by cats is carried by 2 billion people in the world today. Could lead to schizophrenia. Let me see if I can pronounce this right. Toxoplasma gondii, or T. gondii, which can spread to people through contact with cat litter trays. See? Anything that poops in your house is, not worth having around. If you can't have a pet that you can send outside to go to the can, they got to go to can in the house in a sandbox? Who thought of this idea? Anyways, can spread to people through contact with cat litter trays and eating uncooked meat.
Yuck.
That's usually harmless, but now the largest study of its kind having found that the parasite could raise the risk of developing schizophrenia by 50%. Of course, the cat people are going to say this study is just crazy. The article also states that unusual links between T. gondii and mind-altering behavior. Mind-altering behavior. Your cat's making you trip, man. Such as risk-taking, depression, and car accidents already exist. So this is not new news. This is new news. Scientists at Copenhagen University analyzed data of more than 80,000 individuals, including a large number of crazy cat ladies, in the Danish Blood Donor Society, of which 2,500 people, a little more than 2,500 people, 2,591 to be exact, had registered psychiatric conditions. That doesn't bode well, now does it, for T. gondii? So think about it. There's got to be a reason why it was never crazy dog lady. It's always been crazy cat lady.
Hey, buddy, got a dead cat in there or what?
It's the John Ford Podcast, the evening Rancor.
So I came across this news article that iRobot, these are the guys, I guess, that make the Roomba, that self-aware vacuum cleaner you may or may not use in your home. Now, so they have a lawnmower now. Can you think of anything scarier than a self-aware robot that is mowing your lawn? Let's not even talk about the concept that you're going to have to put your pets up before you use this thing, because God knows you don't want the dog chasing after something with spinning blades. Or even the possibility that you might be responsible if this thing attacks the mailman, goes after the kid across the street, and it's self-aware frenzy. It's a lawnmower that does its thing on its own, through its own little robotic stuff. Sounds kind of scary to me. I mean, I'm one of those guys that hates pushing around the lawnmower. I mean, nobody really does. Although I'm sure there's probably some people that do like pushing around the lawnmower. Exactly why, I can't be sure. Especially the guys, that have the big tractor lawnmowers. I'm riding on the tractor lawnmower. I look cool. I don't have a real tractor, but man, I look manly on this thing. Do you have a Roomba yourself, for cleaning around the house, doing the carpets? I do. I bought the thing used. It was a friend of mine that bought it, and he hated it. It was because it was so noisy. Because he had big high ceilings and marble floors, and it was like, it was noisy. I mean, you'd have to leave before you could turn the thing on. So he sold it to me at a huge discount. I think I got it for like $100, and it works fine. To this day, it's still sitting gathering dust in the closet. Why? Well, I found that, yes, it sort of worked. It did vacuum the floors, but it was noisy. The dogs hated it. They wanted to kill the damn thing. At first, they were fearful of it. But the thing that I found was that I spent more time cleaning out the Roomba than I would have vacuuming in the first place. Might as well just vacuum. My significant other has long, straight hair. Every time I would use it, the whiskey brush thing that pulls the dirt into the container, emptying the container of the dirt wasn't the problem. I would have to get in there with a knife, a sharp knife, and get the hair out of the twirling whiskey brush thing. Not whiskey brush, but whiskey. The whisk, as in a whisk-e. You get it. Yeah, I found I've spent more time cleaning out the Roomba than I would have spent pushing the damn vacuum cleaner around. And I would imagine you're probably going to spend more time making sure this thing doesn't kill your dog or your neighbor, this thing being the Terra robot mower, than you would spend pushing the lawnmower around. And as I said, the concept of having a self-aware lawnmower with spinning sharp blades, cruising around your house, looking for something to kill, probably not a good idea. Now, if they could only come up with something that would automatically clean up the dog poop in your yard, now that might be a big seller.
It's time to say so long.
My ass.
Sorry to say that it's time to go.
Yes.
Remember this spot on your radio.
Happy
There'll
day.
be more entertainment for you.
Yuck.
That you'll find so enjoyable too.
That's right.
So tune in on Monday, because that is when that man
I refuse to listen further.
will be here again.
You gotta do better than that.